Bom dia. Day one of the Caminho de Santiago, Portuguese. Here you see the Porto Cathedral in the background. That's where I'll begin here momentarily. I actually went there yesterday, took the tour, got my pilgrim's passport card, got my shell. Shell is a symbol of St. James, and it signifies someone who is a peregrino, who's a pilgrim. The bell's going off. Don't know why. 10:32. Okay. How propitious. It's funny starting off. It's funny, it's curious starting off. One, this is not like a normal hike I do. I'm starting in an urban area. So there's the sense of, the hustle and bustle of a city, the having to deal with it. The sights, the smells, the threats, the noise. Then there's the normal, hey, I'm starting off on a new hike, and there's unknowns, and there's a certain level of anxiety that goes along with that. And the third thing is, because I am on a different sort of non-wilderness hike, my kit in my backpack is a combination of things that I want to have in towns, and things that I want to have when I'm camping out. I have a tent, a sleeping bag, a cook kit, the normal wilderness gear that I'm going to make use of later in the summer, but not necessarily on the Camino here. And so everything, where I put things, how everything is arranged, everything's kind of not quite right. And for someone who's used to long distance backpacking, there's a place for everything and everything in its place, and I know where everything is, and it's all good. And now it's not good. So that adds to the anxiety too. And I'm still undecided, like, how to go. I think I'm going to go along the coast just to experience a little bit of the Atlantic coast, and then probably head into the main way of the Portuguese Camino. Basically, the coastal way is an alternate to that. There's a whole coastal way that goes up quite a bit of the Portuguese coast, but I think I'm only going to make use of some of that, because otherwise you're just sort of like hiking by a road, and you're not experiencing some of the other more interesting areas that you would experience going through the villages in the uplands, for example. So I hope to get a little bit of that. And then the level of anxiety, because I got up at 6:30, 4 hours ago, and they weren't going to have breakfast for 2 hours, and at the hostel, very nice hostel, but it's sort of like, well, I'm burning daylight here, and I really now regret not just packing up and leaving when it would have been cooler and less hectic. But it is what it is, and the adventure is beginning. Just did some pull-ups there. No bueno. Only did 7. I would have had to go to G Company at AOCS, because to come in to AOCS you needed to do a minimum of 8. What can I say? I'll have to work on my pull-ups.